right, Kim, let's see what you got going on here with your Facebook ads. We're going to see what things, if any, are causing your ads to perform worse and worse over time. Basically, same amount of ad spend, but less results. So lower ROAS, lower quality leads over time, and ads burning out, having to refresh creatives. Now, normally when this happens to boudoir photographers, if they're running ads on their own, they are, they're feeling desperate. They're like, I don't even know where to start to try to solve this or what to test or what. So like, they're feeling desperate. And if they've hired an agency and they're paying an agency a ton of money every month, they're like, man, I'm paying this agency a bunch of money every month, and I'm spending the same amount of ads, but I'm getting literally like worse and worse results from my ads over time. So why am I paying these guys so much money for them to give me worse and worse results? And the cause is actually 10 mistakes that are occurring in ads that I keep seeing over and over. So we're going to go over those 10 mistakes today for your ads and see if you're making any of those mistakes. Now, let's see. I have taken other boudoir ads and run it through the same 10 mistakes, scored them, ran them out in the marketplace, got the data, and then did my fixes and then ran it against the kind of control the original ads. And you can see kind of the positive increase. Basically, I was able to, on average, increase like 2 to 4x the amount of women that were consuming the ad, interacting with the ad, and consuming the ad copy, which is where our offer needs to be. So essentially, we're exposing 2 to 4x more women to the offer for the same amount of ad spend. Now, this column here, unique CTR, that's actually the secret metric that basically everyone misses. This is the metric that will tell us if our ad is going to has a higher chance of sustaining and scaling and getting, cheaper results. Basically, more results over the time for the same ad spend versus decaying and dying off, less results over time for the same ad spend. So unique CTR, kind of the cutoff, we always want to keep it above 6%. And all the boudoir ads I've seen, everyone is always below 6%, whether they're doing it themselves or hiring an agency. And this is actually the leading indicator that results in either ads getting worse results over time with same ad spend, so decaying, or ads getting better results over time with the same ad spend, sustaining and growing. This is the lever, unique CTRL. So I'm going to be going over the potential mistakes from this lens, these 10 mistakes, fix these front-end metrics, get ads that sustain better, more clients, same amount of ad spend. All right, so first, does it look like an ad? So we got a video. I haven't even watched.
What did you feel like before you booked the session?
I was a little bit hesitant and I was a little bit anxious. However, my fears.
No, well, so I'm looking for text I'm always looking for text in the creative, but this looks like this is like people talking text, so this is actually fine. No, I won't call this one a mistake. I'll give this one to you. Normally people got like their offer text and like cost on their their photo, but no, I'd say this could look like an organic post, someone posting. So that's the first out of 10. The next 4 out of 10. So the next 4 mistakes can happen here in the see more headline. This is the first 2 3/4 lines on mobile, but you're only using 2 lines. So at the end of the 3rd line, it'll say ... see more, and then it'll hide the rest of this ad copy till they hit the ... see more. And so back to the see more headline here. This is actually where 80% of this is actually where 80% of the ad spend is won or lost. Yeah, your ad's here somewhere. Is the see more headline here up top. 80%. So we got to get this perfect. So, and you're only using 2 out of the 2 3/4 lines, so we're not utilizing this effectively from the jump. But the first thing I want to have is a who. Who are we speaking to? What is their self-label? that they would, when they see the self label, they say, hey, that's me. So let's see. All right, we're missing a who, we're missing a self label. So people are scrolling fast, they're scrolling fast. They're not seeing a who label, a self label that they're relevant to them, that um, they see themselves as. So they keep scrolling. So we're losing a lot of people from having no self label up here, which again means lower front end metrics, lower unique CTRL, pushing our ad towards the downward spiral of despair, low conversions, which then meta sends our ads to lower quality prospects, which results in even lower conversions. So our ad just kind of spirals out and dies. Worse and worse over time. Same ad spend, less results. All right, the next thing we want to have is a negative. What is a negative situation women in our city are going through that they're saying in their heads that they want to move away from? No, we're missing that too. And we always, always, always want to lead with a negative. And that is because humans take an action to move away from a negative at like, to move away from a negative, to move away from a pain and get back to normal, default, no pain, literally at like 100x the rate that humans take to move from normal, no pain, to some, gain, some positive, something like that. So an example for this is going to the dentist. So let's say we go to the dentist, we got our 6-month checkup, cleaning done. We're out at the front desk, we're paying. Secretary ladies are like, hey, are you free 29 Thursdays from now at 8:25 a.m.? And we're like, dude, I ain't got no clue. Hit me up later when I actually know my schedule and I can, book something on the calendar. So, they got their auto texter or whatever. They're hitting us up month 3, month 4, month 5. We're ignoring it. We're busy. We're running our business. Kind of the small positive gain, pleasure from having slightly cleaner teeth, maybe some, peace of mind knowing we don't have any cavities is not enough for us to take an action, change our schedule, break out of our normal routine, and put a dentist on the calendar. So 6 months goes by, yeah, we don't go back. 8 months they text us, we ignore. 10 months they text us, we ignore. 12 months they text us, we ignore again. So we've forgot basically two checkups now after a year. We've missed them. Now month 13 hits. And one day, eating breakfast, ton of pain. One of our back teeth. Each time we're chewing, pain, 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 pain. And then for all the rest of the morning, throbbing pain, that jaw pain, that side, coming from our tooth. We're eating lunch, same thing again, pain, 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 pain. We're like, dude, this is terrible. I gotta get rid of this. I cannot focus. It's throbbing. I gotta solve this somehow. So it's after lunch, it's the afternoon. We're calling up our dentist, and we're like, what do you mean you can't get me in at 6:50 a.m. tomorrow? Dude, my tooth is killing me. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. I can't focus. Like, dude, this thing is killing me. And they say, well, we're booked out 2.5 weeks. We can book you 2.5 weeks later. We can put you on the cancellation calendar, cancellation list. If anyone cancels, we'll hit you up. Whereas I cannot wait any longer. So we call the rest of the dentists in our city, like, can you get me in tomorrow? Can you get me in tomorrow? Can you get me in tomorrow? This thing's killing me. I gotta get rid of this pain, get back to normal. We do find a dentist to go to the next day. We get it fixed, cavity cleaned out, filled. Boom, no more pain, back to normal. So what just happened there? So for 13 months to literally like 400 days, we never booked anything on the calendar with the dentist. Kind of the gain or the pleasure or the positive experience of having a little bit cleaner teeth and a little bit peace of mind knowing we had no cavities. It just wasn't enough to break us out of our normal schedule and do something different. Like the prospect of that positive was not enough, and we just stayed kind of in our normal state. But once we had that pain, literally, dude, one day. It took us one day to move, put the dentist on calendar, get the pain fixed, get back to normal. So 400 days we did nothing because the positive wasn't enough to, coax us to do something. But in one day with pain, we did something. Literally 400x kind of difference in strength of each of those. So that is why we lead with always lead with a negative, and we do not have a negative here. So people are scrolling fast, no negative, nothing that's relatable to them. Not nothing that, because they don't really process it till they get down here, this highlighted sentence. So no reason for them to scroll back up. So less qualified prospects coming through. People don't feel like we are for them as much. And yeah, worse and worse ad metrics over time. So our ads go to worse and worse prospects over time, which results in same ad spend, lower results, lower revenue, flatlining, or dying business. All right, third thing we want to have is a positive. We do want to have a positive here so people can say, I don't want that, but I also do want that. They're kind of in their brain. Let's see, fearless celebration of yourself. Celebration of yourself. Celebration of yourself. Now, celebration of yourself. Now, I'm going to say that's a solution. What they get from celebrating themselves, the feelings they get, the emotions they get, that is the positive experience. Now, so we're missing the positive here too. So we're missing the mental contrast, the negative positive tension in the brain, where we're really getting specific, really getting people to feel like we're speaking to them. And so, yeah, so we're missing that. Less qualified people coming through, lower conversion rate at the start of the ad, lower front end metrics. Our ads go to worse people over time, ads burn out. Same ad spend, worse results over time. All right, the fourth and final thing we want to have in the See More headline is the hesitation/roadblock. So for the people that want to move away from the negative and also want this different positive thing, what is stopping them from going with other solutions that provide, both those options? So they're reviewing the solutions, but what is stopping them? Maybe they have to do X, but they don't want to do X. Maybe the other guys are missing Y, but they want Y. What are they seeing in their brain? And yes, we can test all this stuff. The data will tell us actually which the market actually wants. So we don't have to be mind readers. So yeah, we're missing that. So we're missing the triangle of tension, triangle of mental tension in the See More headline, the negative, the positive, the hesitation/roadblock. And because we're missing that, yeah, we're not calling in anyone specifically. This is, so our unique CTR all will probably be less than 6% if you check it in your Facebook Ads Manager for this ad. And that's probably a die more and more over time ad. All right, so that's the See More headlines. That's for the first 5 mistakes we can happen. Next, after they click the See More headline, is the body copy. This is where the next 3 mistakes can happen. So we want to have, so basically the See More headline up top is kind of like hook 1. They click See More. They're like, oh my God, dude, I got so much more text to read. So we want to have a hook 2, a reason why they should keep reading, a reason why they should listen to us. We call this the authority hook. So hook 2, we always have it as the authority hook. Now, I did the authority hook at the beginning of this video showing how I got way better, way more, 2 to 4x on average, more women coming through clicking the See More to read the body copy and be exposed to the offer for the same ad spend. Authority hook right there, beginning of the video. So do we have this here? Let's see. Dun, dun. Maybe that testimonial. I mean, there's a better, shorter way that they're written. But all right, I'll give you the authority. I've usually been given these, although it's not the best way to do it. So yeah, I'll give you the authority. That's good. Give reason people keep reading, listening to us. And after doing that, more people will read the rest. We'll finish the body copy, become pre-qualified, hopefully read our offer, because we always need to have our offer in the body copy, and actually go and if they want what we're offering, convert on our ad. All right, the second thing we want to have here is a story/narrative where we're describing their life as it's happening right now, kind of like if we have a third person camera recording them, what they're doing, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. So we can empathize with them and their current situation, what they're going through. And this is punch number 2. So of our 1-2 punch. So we got punch 1, see more headline, meeting them in their brain with what they're thinking, what they're telling themselves that they want. Punch 2 should be somewhere down here, story/narrative. Then we're saying, yes, we understand you and what you're going through in your life right now and what's happening. Once we do that 1-2 punch, dude, no one's ever gotten so specific to them before. And at that point, then we're kind of like the market of one. This is how we compete when there's a ton of boudoir photographers offering the same solution in the city we compete on. How the specific person we are speaking to. And we can actually speak to as many specific people as we want to test. It's kind of the beauty of what I do. So let's see. Nope, we're missing the story/narrative. So people are going to feel less like our offer is directly for them. And because they feel that, less conversions, less buyers, and less conversions, less buyers. What does that mean? That means ads don't sustain, ads burn out. Same ad spend, worse results over time. Business plateaus, business slowly declines. All right, the third and final thing is we want to have the offer in the ad copy. And this always needs to be there because our goal with the ad is to expose as many people to the offer as possible. And so let's say, your unique CTRL is 2. Again, 2% of people that click see more, read the body copy. Okay, so we assume 2% are exposed to your ad. If we can get that to 8%, the top line of kind of what I'm able to do. I mean, I've been able to get more, but kind of keeping expectations realistic here. I've been able to get 12, 13, 14%, getting really specific. But if we can 4x the amount of women consuming the ad copy and being exposed to the ad, dude, that's probably going to be an increase in sales. Like, duh, obviously. But with no offer here, people aren't seeing the offer until maybe until you call them up. Look, I mean, because you're using lead form here. Yeah, they aren't even seeing the offer until they fill it out. So, how many people are filling this out? Yeah, maybe, I have no clue, man. Best case, 1 out of 100. So 1 out of 100 are seeing the offer once you call them up, or maybe they click over to it after filling out the lead form. Then, dude, if we can bump that up to 8 out of 100 by doing these fixes, we're literally exposing 8 times more people to the offer. Probably going to be more sales. All right, so no offer here. That is definitely one of the big mistakes. Because people clicking over, they're not going to be qualified. They're going to exit because our meta ad algorithm, a pool of people it pulls from is who converted, but a pool of people it pulls from is who clicked. So we're having unqualified clickers, so they don't convert, but Meta is still weighting the ad to go to the next people based on who clicked and who's got similarity data points on their meta profiles. Where each meta profile is like, over 1 million data points. And so, yeah, we want to have the offer here. All right, the final 2 mistakes can happen here below the ad. So we got the below creative headline, you got a description, and you got a button. So mistake number 9, we never ever want to have anything below the ad creative. And here's why. There's 3 reasons. Reason number 1, 5% of the reason ties in with mistake number 1. Does it look like an ad? This stuff below the creative makes it look like more like an ad, which means less people are going to be consuming it, more people scroll by. They don't want to be sold to. Ad blindness, get off my wall, get off my feed, scam, all those things. So that's reason number 1 for mistake number 9. Reason number 2, 15% of the reason is once people have their subconscious, they're scrolling fast, this kind of first section up here, their subconscious doesn't register it till they're actually here. And it registers maybe like 1/3 of the words. So the subconscious registers those words, but now their brain's looking at this, your words here in the bottom left. If those are not congruent with what's up here, it triggers the error detection network in their brain, signaling error, incongruent, confusion, keep scrolling. And this all happens automatically. So it's actually always a mistake. It's literally like 95% probability people screw this up, this text. They don't match it to the See More headline. And 5% when they do match it, they don't get any bonus. It's just a neutral. And honestly, it kind of hurts because then it looks more like an ad. So it's always a negative to have text here in the bottom left, below creative headline and the description. Now the third reason for mistake number 9, 80% of the reason why these are always a mistake to have these underneath is it enables people to click on something before clicking See More. Enables them to go to our next page, take the next step before clicking See More and getting pre-qualified to decide whether they want to come see what we got to offer, to get more details or signal more intent or not. That's why we put the full offer in the body copy. Now, again, when people click through, the pool of people that Meta is deciding who to send our ad to next. One partial weighting of that equation is who has converted. Other partial weighting is who has clicked over because the ad was a good enough experience for them to want to click over. So, but the people coming over that are just clicking over, from this stuff down here, the description, the below creative headline or the button, they are unqualified. So, we're weighting our ad algorithm to more unqualified people. So that's all the 3 reasons for mistake number 9. And then mistake number 10 is your objective. So I don't know what objective you're using. The most used objective I see for boudoir photographers is leads. Leads is always, always, always a mistake. Here's why. When we set up our ads go to choose our objective. Our ads go to like a 6% slice of the market, slice of the city, which Meta believes, A, the people respond to the words in here in this text with their AI text scanner. They figure it out. And then they use the data of listening to us through the microphones on our phones, through the Facebook and Instagram app, even when we're not using them, to kind of put the words we're saying to everyone on our profile. So part of that is the words. The other part is the objective. What data points are we trying to optimize for? And with leads, we're telling Facebook, go to the 6% of profiles in my city that like to fill out lead forms. Here's why that's a mistake. We're not optimizing for the profiles that respond to emails after filling out the lead forms or respond to texts or calls after filling out the lead forms. And we're not sending the ads to people that book a call after filling out a lead form or show up to the call after filling out the lead form. And we're especially not telling Facebook to send the ad to people that buy after filling out a lead form. No, we're just saying send my ad to the people that like to click learn more and then like to click submit with their auto-filled name, email, and phone number and never typing anything in and never even reading what I'm offering. Double off of that, we're training our pixel. The longer we train our pixel to go towards those people, the harder it is to pull the pixel back to buyers. So it's kind of a double whammy. Terrible results in the short term from just people that fill out lead forms. Okay, email list is going up, yeah, with non-buyers or people who are never going to buy. Vanity metric. and second, medium and long term, screwing up our business because it's, every day it gets harder to pull the metapixel away from it, because it's being hyper optimized to lead form filler routers, not buyers. We want to go to buyers. So, all right. But again, I don't know which objective you're using, so I'll give you half a mistake on that one. Okay, now I'm going to score you and compare you to the general boudoir industry at large. All right, so let's see, look like an ad now. See more headline. Who, negative, positive, specific, hesitation / roadblock. Yeah, you're missing all four. Okay, four mistakes there. Body copy. Yeah, I'll give you the authority. Story / narrative, offer. Okay, you're missing those. So it's 6. Below curve headline button, 7. Objective, half a mistake, 7.5. So the average for all the boudoir ads I have reviewed is 7.5 out of 10 mistakes. So actually you're right in line with the average, same as everyone else. Now, if your ads have been, running with the same ad spend but getting worse and worse results over time, then yeah, the cause is all the stuff I've said in this video. And so your ad's breaking down more and more and more every day because of these mistakes. Now, if a car is breaking down more and more and more every day, where the heck do we bring the car? We bring the car to a car mechanic. Similarly, if our boudoir Facebook ads are breaking down every day, performing worse and worse every day, where do we bring our breaking down boudoir Facebook ads? We bring them to, similarly, a boudoir Facebook ads mechanic. So I got a boudoir Facebook ads mechanic offer today if, you're looking at better ads that have a higher probability of sustaining and scaling and getting, higher, more results over time for the same ad spend over time, because our ads will actually go to more and more quality prospects over time as the initial results and metrics are good. Kind of a main one is keeping unique CTR all above 6%. So I do have a boudoir ads mechanic offer to solve this if you are looking to solve it. And what I do is I take those 10 mistakes and I smush them down into 5 root cause problems of your ads, performing worse and worse over time and, eventually burning out. Same ad spend, worse and worse results. So root cause problem 1, does it look like an ad? No, I'll give that one to you. So not a root cause problem. Root cause problem number 2, see more headline. Yeah, you're missing, you got 0 out of 4. That's a root cause problem. Next root cause problem, body copy. You only got 1 out of the 3 sections. That's another root cause problem. Below creative headline and button. Yeah, that's a root cause problem having those. Okay, 3 root cause problems. Then your objective. Half a root cause problem because we actually don't know what objective you're using. So 3.5 out of 5 root cause problems that are causing your ad to get worse and worse results over time. And 2 offers to fix it for you, if you actually want to get better results with the same ad spend, scale your business. Option 1, I charge $50 per root cause problem I fix. And yeah, once they're fixed, you can use them on all your other ads. And this is, done for you. And you can choose, whatever problems you want, root cause problems out of 3.5 that you want fixed, or you can have them all fixed. If you have them all fixed, it'll be $175, so 3.5 times 50, $175. Option 2 is the much higher value option, whereas I will fix all the mistakes on all your ads and create as many ads as you want to create for 1 month for $100. $100 a month, cancel anytime. You can collab with me as much or as little as you want. So yeah, those are the 2 options, and you have my phone number, you have my email, And whatever social platform we're on right now that you're watching this on, you got the option to DM me through through there as well. And so yeah, whenever you decide what to do, and when you hit me up, I'll ask you what you got for me, and then we'll go from there. All right, that's everything. Adios.